pull the tape off while the caulk is still wet and you will avoid a ridge every time. When you run a bead, press the caulk into the joint with steady pressure so the excess is squeezed out and the bead is slightly overfilled. Then use a firm, damp fingertip or a simple rounded tool to shape the profile so the caulk fills and blends with the adjoining surfaces. Match the amount of pressure to the material. Too light and you leave voids. Too heavy and you remove too much caulk and create gaps. So practice on a scrap joint to calibrate your feel. Use a low-tack painter tape and press its edge down cleanly before you squeeze the bead. Any dust or uneven tape edge will imprint and cause an inconsistent line. After tooling, remove the tape while the caulk is still wet and tacky by pulling it back on itself at a low angle and in one smooth motion to prevent the skin from forming and dragging. If the tape does tear or you notice a tiny ridge after removal, immediately re-smooth the bead with the damp fingertip running from the joint outward to feather the edge. Keep a bowl of clean water and a lint-free rag nearby to keep the finger clean so you do not transfer contaminants. For silicone or slower skinning products, plan your work so you remove tape within the product manufacturer recommended working time window to ensure clean edges. Common mistakes are waiting until the caulk skin's over before removing tape, which pulls the cured edge and leaves a ridge, so pull the tape while it is still wet and use a steady single motion. A second issue is inconsistent tooling pressure that creates high and low spots, so practice a single pressure stroke and keep your finger or tool consistently damp to glide instead of grab. A third problem is using dirty tape edges or contaminated fingers that deposit dust or lint into the joint. So clean the surfaces first, use fresh low-tack tape, and keep a clean damp cloth to wipe your finger between passes. BigHomeProjects.com helps homeowners connect with local contractors by providing a searchable way to discover professionals for finishing and other home jobs. And we make it easy for contractors to list services and find new leads. We also host a discussion community where we share tips, ask questions, and learn practical techniques like caulking and tape removal together.